Good evening, everybody. All right, I think tonight we're going to mess around with those TUI libraries. And we'll go over to Linux again. And what was the one that was kind of the best one? Let me think. There's Bubble Tea and T-View. Let's try that. Yeah, let's fire up just like a basic demo. Let's do that. Let's get some more screen space for the code. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay, let's see what this gives us. Hey, Sabby, how you doing? Oh, yeah, I'm still working on that. I'm actually working on this so that I can switch to work using this game on that while I work on it. Plus another project I want to do. But if you want, I can try to run it in a few seconds. Hey, look at that. Easy. Huh, weird. Okay, yeah, maybe we'll just use T-View. Give us something simple. Yeah, I love working on that game. It's so weird and so fun. So application stop function is called, or Control C. Okay. So I guess we can do, let's try this. Okay, nice. Now I'm gonna guess I probably need to, alright, I'll figure out how I can communicate with it. Enable mouse. Okay. Wait, so how do you get... Okay, odd. New application. Returns an error? Wait, what? Why does new application return an error? Oh. Wait, what? Wait, does this guy return like... okay. I guess compile that. Okay, that works. I think what I want to do is... let's see, let's bring it down slightly. Let's use Tmux. Okay, we'll tail that so you can see it, and then... okay. Okay, so then we enable mouse, force draw, get draw. Okay, input capture, mouse capture, Q event. Okay. Okay, so this is your base setup. Blur, draw boxes, focus, get background, set background. Okay, so where's the main API? There it is. Okay, so we don't need much right now. Let's get HP and maybe a build. And maybe we can try throwing an image on there. That's kind of one of the things that this does. Let's set focus, input, capture, set title. Okay. So you have box. We can set border attributes. Blur. Set the titles. Okay, we can make a new button. Background color, disable label color. Selected function. Okay, so you have like callbacks that kind of do what you need. Okay, so let's say, how do we place a box inside there? Let's do a button. New button. And set label color, background color disabled. Where did it go? Not exit function. We wanted mouse handler, input handler. Let's take a look. No, that's how you get the input handler. Selected function. Okay. And you just need okay, yeah, so it's gonna use kind of like that. Let's do okay, now we need to figure out how to put it into the UI. Okay, we make a flex. Fixed size, proportion, and if it has focus. Okay. Okay, so 0, proportion, 1, true. Okay, so then how do we add that to an app? We got forms, a frame, a grid, an image, input field, list, modal, pages, table, table cell. Okay, so let's look at one of these examples. Yeah, I think you also have to set the flex row or not. Let me see. Kind of odd. It seems sort of a disconnect here. Okay, let's look at some of these examples. Okay, so we have to add honestly, I would get rid of the T view. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna do let's nuke. Yeah, let's make a GUI. Actually, let's make a separate little. Yeah, we'll do it this way. And then we go to main. Let's pull this out, but inject it here. And then we can get rid of T view. Okay, that'll be easier to work with. Okay, so let's replicate this. So we can add item. Interesting. How would you put a box around everything? You can't add items into boxes. That seems like a significant oversight. Yeah, you have a box here. And then there's a new flex. What? So it's like a half-ass container. Okay. Odd. Okay, so add item. We can do this. Add item there. Okay, and then not sure if I'm down with this style, but we'll see. Okay, then I gotta add item, new flex. And I copied the stupid row and column crap. Alright, so we'll just do that. And then this, add the button onto there. I wonder if you have to put your own borders on stuff. Huh. Okay. Alright, so we can get rid of this. And then let's just make the button up here so we can drop it in. So you set the title, we add the item, we add a button to it. I think that's wrong. Hold on. Oh, that's there. Why does that feel so wrong? No, yeah, like weird. So you make a box. And then you don't put anything inside the box. What? Why? I mean, honestly, there should only be boxes. Everything's a box. That's it. Box as a border, contents. There you go. Anyways, let's see if that works. Do I use Go format? No, not really. I tend to format things for my courses, which means you can't really like you can't use the the tabs bullshit. You can't use a lot of other stuff. And I flat refuse to have every single line be followed up by 3 lines of error handling. It's not really 3 lines, but it's just like it's 3 lines. It's very annoying. But that's sort of the nice thing about, you know, the format system, right? Is that I don't have to run it. If other people want to run it, they do. And if you work on a team, you just go, everyone runs Go format. And that's it. Oh, that's right. Okay. None of arguments to add item. Oh, you have to provide all this shit for every call? Okay. Okay, the thing that bothers me about every one of these builder APIs is this is just a bunch of structs. There's nothing in this that has to be function calls. I'm not sure why people are so fascinated with building things via function calls. Like, it's just data. Like, the vast majority of your GUI layout could just be like a JSON file. I guess let's try 0, 1, false. 0, 1, false. Okay. Then I need to learn to spell false. I still can't spell false. False. There you go. Okay, we'll see how this works. The GUI doesn't have to be, like, the UI is very simple. And then I have to call it. And return app. Okay, we do that, and then we do oh, and I should probably run here. Yeah, let's get rid of run there. I don't know if we get that error message until after we do run or not, so. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't work. I'm really confused. I'm just very confused as to how you would... How do you put a box around stuff if you can't put things in boxes? Why would you have a box and you can't put things in it? It's incredibly weird. Yeah, I may have to say that I'm not impressed by this at all. The point of a box is to put stuff in it, and there's no API to put things in a box. What the fuck are you talking about? You just make your own box? What the fuck? Hold on. New box. Okay. Get background, get draw function, get rec, get title has focus. Input, paste handler, set border, set focus. Yeah, but the fuck? You can't put stuff in boxes? What are you talking about? That's insane. Why? Why would you do it that way? Make a box and put stuff in the box. What the fuck is going on, man? Okay, I'm about to say TV is crap. Yeah. Unless there's some magic incantation that's making this actually work. You know what? Let's do this. Let's see if it does it, and then we can kind of reverse engineer. Because, like, look, there's no, like, put things in the box. So... what the fuck is the point of that? Like, what's the point? Man, people are weird, man. Okay, let's see if this actually works, and we can sort of figure it out. Yeah, okay. Is the box too small? No, there's just literally no API to put something in it. I don't need the box, but yeah, no, it's pretty standard. If I had to format everything on itself, I'd go crazy. 3 lines of error handling, go. Format will handle it. I guess. I mean, no, you have to read it though, right? I think that's the primary thing, is that you got to read it. Also, why are you calling this error, dude? You return an application. It's the app. What the fuck? It's not an error though. It's an app. Like, you can call more functions on it. This should be that. And also this format, I fucking hate this. This is just the dumbest idea ever. Man, error handling is terrible. I know. Let's make it worse. Let's put a shitload of code in the if statement. Yeah, like, why am I even... Does run return? Hold on. I just gotta make sure. Run returns an error. Got it. Okay, that makes way more sense. Way more sense. Okay. I'm actually not gonna run it here then. That's what we gotta do. Okay, there we go. Now we go main. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see if no, yeah, they don't put shit in boxes. What the fuck? So you just know he had a problem with that, with like putting things inside a box. So he came up with some weird thing. You know, well, actually, when you do it to it, you shouldn't use boxes. So then it became this. Weird. It says box itself does not hold any content. It serves as the superclass of all of the primitives. You use another primitive frame, maybe? Yeah. We got to find something else, because it just annoys me. It's pretty simple, but yeah, we can take a look. It doesn't need to be a very advanced GUI. And in fact, I'm not sure if I want to go with a TUI or make it do like Ep05 and then put some graphics, because I can do some more paintings and make it fun. Button, checkbox, drop down, flex, form, frame. I can add text. No. So frame, I can add text to a frame. Draw, focus, primitive. No, yeah, it doesn't have anything. So I guess in theory, you can just not have it. It's just a really odd choice. Like, it's a really, really odd choice. A super odd choice. I mean, one of the first things you do when you make a TUI is you frame the whole app, right? So people can see it. And I'm not sure how subclass would even work, right? It's Go. It doesn't have like a subclassing. Okay, we have pages. We have modals. Set item text. So we can do a list. Okay, well, so let's get basic. It's also unclear how exactly you would display things. So let's see if we can do, okay, so let's do frame. Yeah, I'm not sure how, it's kind of junk, to be honest. It's like all the things that suck about GUIs. Using functions to basically build data. This should be just a bunch of structs. Weird structure to where like I can't have a box with stuff in it. No clear explanation of how I say show the data. Like, sure, great, I can build a GUI, but that's pointless if I'm not able to, like, is it immediate mode? Is there a callback? Okay, so I'm right about box. Let's sort of go back to what I was doing. Yeah, so this is pointless. That part's pointless. That's pointless. That's pointless. Right, we got a button. Okay, do we have text? I don't know. This framework is a little weird, right? Right? It might be bubble tea just because like yeah, Sam, it's called a T view. Actually, let me flip over and then it's very odd. Like, I've never used a GUI framework. You can't put stuff in a box. It's kind of weird. It doesn't have like an explanation of how do I update the data? Like, what's the point of a GUI framework if I can't go, this is the data, show this to the user? If it was immediate mode, then I wouldn't have a run function. Weird. Okay. It is called Okay, we got to look at some examples. Like maybe he's got some interactive examples. And then let me get bubble tea. That'll be next. Oh. But keep in mind, bubble tea is the one that had the remote code execution because they were just they just like to load files and run them. Just like right off your OS. No root file system. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's see if we can decipher this thing. It's a little odd. So how are you getting the data out of this? Okay, let's look at another example. Maybe they got an example that shows. Table? Why is every example like static? That's like totally useless. Okay, so is it immediate mode and then you do run and then you just keep calling that in a let's look at format or button. Yeah, that's fine. Input field. The input field example, maybe? What's the point of this library, man? I can't quite figure out if it's immediate mode, so you just call run over and over, or if that's like you call run once and it's more of the callback style where it does it. Yeah, I don't see one while loop, so I'm assuming. Okay, so then how would you update the text? Do they have a text area example? Okay, update infos. Okay, so this looks like it has to be interactive, so we can kind of reverse engineer how it's doing it. Okay, that's your input pack capture. Okay, so let's try it out. I don't see how is it running? How is it running? Oh, okay, let's switch back to Linux. That's a lot of code for just a basic text area. I guess most of it's like a weird set of instructions. So okay, let's just copy paste that. So we. Okay. Let's alter it slightly. We don't need to call run. Okay. And then look at my main. Should still be good. Okay. Oh, and then make GUI. All right, let me sit down. Yeah, I think we'll try to bubble tea next. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing this. Basically, it's kind of a shootout. We're going to do bubble tea and then Ep05. Just see what I like. Wait, what am I doing? Make GUI. Returns application. And this should be main. Okay. T. All right, so see what that gives us. Okay, so it is interactive. Wow. Okay, so we just gotta say this is like. All right, study time. Okay, so that's the info below. It's that moved function. Okay, so you have to get the cursor. So what the fuck? So it's kind of a static page. Like it seems like it's really difficult to get to go like either, hey, change this, or hey, get this from here, right? So you create a bunch of pages, you get the primitives. So where is the information? Yeah, I think it's just too hard to make this actually do anything useful. It seems like the kind of thing where like you would fire up a UI for someone to fill out a few form fields, that kind of thing. Even then, how would you get the information out of the form field? It's like a glaring oversight. Like if you don't know your data communication model, you're just like done. Looks like at form. How would you get the data out? I really don't understand, man. This is kind of weird. So how do you change stuff? It's so strange. That's like one of the first things you have to do in a GUI library is here's how you change things. Anyways, okay, I think that's it. I think we're done with T-View. Let's switch to Bubble T. See how that is. Because like, yeah, that's really weird. T-View is so strange. Okay, so first off, I don't know if it's immediate mode or not. It's clearly not. It seems like it's callback based, but then there's not enough callbacks to just like get information, right? So like when you look at this form example, what do you want to do with a form? You don't just like put widgets up and have them do nothing. You go, you fill out this data. So it's not getting the data. It just has a bunch of shit here and then like you don't get the data. Maybe there's an on submit, but then how would you get the information out of it? I don't understand. So anyways, yeah. All right. T-View is not it. All right. We'll try Bubble Tea next. All right. We got an ad starting right when Marcello comes in. I wasn't able to pause it. I apologize everyone who just rated. We got a 3-minute ad. Thank you, Marcello. Let me give you a shout out. And then after the ad, I promise we will try Bubble Tea in Go. See if we can get a GUI for my little game. Okay, let's do Bubble Tea next. All right, this should get me back to normal. Go's on the New Year resolution. Nice, yeah. Go's decent. Now, especially if you want to do like sysadmin stuff. Yeah, I place it in like a very, very good scripting language. Like, you know what I mean? Like sysadmin, DevOps language. It's very, very good at that. So the problem with that is this is getting the info out of the input. If I'm going to do a game, what I'm going to do is display to you your hit points. So like, how do I tell it this is the new hit points? That seems to be the missing problem. Yeah, this one when you change. This one is done. That's when they do it. Yeah, it looks like it's one way. Like you create your GUI once and then you read out of it. Instead of interactive where like I can change the data and it'll get redisplayed and things like that. Yeah, so I just don't think it's a good fit. I think it's more for like, but it also says like maybe the data model wasn't really thought through, right? Because if it was immediate mode, no problem, right? It would just run it all the time. Yeah, set done function is probably when you're done. Or set finish is when they exit. One of the two. Probably have to do both, actually. Anyways, I'm just going to eat some snacks while I work on this. So. Yes, retain mode without any update function. You get it? Like, I don't understand how you can't update it. There's no like, hey, change the data. I might just write my own. It's kind of dumb, but I mean, that's slick. That's real slick, but how the hell are they doing that? Oh, this is a good find for my game. Hold up. I gotta save this. I say Medusa T, you all caught up? Yeah, it looks like you caught up. You never seen someone do a UI and Go? TUIs, yeah. I don't think it's really common. Games and UIs, I don't think. Graphics stuff. Give me a second. I gotta save this blog post. It might work in my game. Okay. I'm back to here. Oh yeah, someone wanted some drawing earlier and I totally forgot. Well, it's a lot of math, man. He did a lot of good work on this. Yeah, I think this is like kind of thing you'd do if you were doing a master's degree. What's his license on this? Huh. Let's see, you got your spring motion parameters. Position coefficient, position velocity coefficient. Okay. Delta time, angular frequency, damping ratio. Yeah, I'm guessing it's sort of like a generalized, instead of having a bunch of easing functions, you just sort of like get equivalent activity by passing it these variables. Interesting. Damping, yeah. That is cool. That's kind of the only thing that makes me want to use bubble tea, but it seems to be a little on the odd side as well. Well, how about this? How often is update called? Is it only when we hit a key? And let's do do this. Let's experiment a bit. Okay, see if that does that, and then let's change this. Okay, let's see if that does it, and then in theory we have the idea. No, so it looks like, yeah, it only updates when you hit a key. What's up with all these frameworks and not like, what's the point of having like spring motion? Ah, weird. Okay. Dampening ratio implies manufacturers taking into account and manufacturers involved. It does? Oh, cool. All right. I'm sure there's a way to do it. Bubble tea seems very high quality. But I also feel like I could just code it with straight T-cell. I've done that before. There's clearly a timer. So I'm thinking it must just be, let's go here. No. Huh. Okay, I guess we have to have something that sends the event. So that must be what they're doing with timer. How do you tell the timer? Timer tick. So how does the timer know to send an event? Is it just like automatically kind of figures it out? Okay, that's a timeout. Yeah, that's really weird. There's got to be a way for them to do it, but it seems kind of like a weird oversight. Why is that like two of the things we've tried? They don't have like a... Anyways, let's try this. What are we looking at? In the model, we need this. Well, now remember you have to download bubbles too. Okay, let's get this. We'll try it out. I don't know, man. Feels like I could probably do... Okay, and then we need a timer. Timer.model. And then when we initialize it, let's see, how are they doing it? Because I guess I could use this. It does have a timeout component. Let's see, I'm not sure what the exact concept it is in this library, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's a pretty typical, like, an application style thing. So there's an app system and it just runs functions and displays it for you. And what do they have for timeout? Okay, so then let's just say we're just gonna I guess do this. It's really weird. Okay, so we have timer tick message T command and return it. Okay. Timer update message. Okay. Okay, and then let's say we're gonna also just update the count every tick. And then can we get the timer's current timer? Oh, yeah, we just do timer.view. Okay. The dampening is probably just an ease in, ease out. Yeah, that's all it is. Just like a easing function, but it looked like it was higher quality and seemed to be you just need the one. Oh, okay, yeah, we have to do go mod. All right, I think I'm gonna do my own. Yeah, it does not update. Yeah. I mean, obviously, it works. They're doing it, but like, how? Within the update, they have a timer update. We have to initialize the timer. Here we go. Okay, so now we're getting some action. I suppose I could use that, but honestly, that's not that hard. Okay, so that's bubble tea. Let's do some painting. And then, yeah, we're kind of doing a shootout. I'm sort of meh on bubble tea. It has a lot going for it, but let's try Ep05 and see how that works instead. Okay, we'll get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. So yeah, I think you'd have to set a timer. Now you need a way to send commands to the thing from the, yeah, it's gonna be really weird. Okay. Okay, let's do some art. No, actually, I think what we'll do is, after we do the art, I'll see what I can do with just raw T-cell. Because I did that for a couple little projects. It's not too hard. Okay, I'm gonna work on the green bottle. Alright, everybody, 10 minutes of drawing. Or painting. Yeah, same thing. Okay, we need to work on the wood. Actually, the background, the shadow. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, let's do this. These are so similar. Actually, this is kind of more like this. And that's pretty straight. Let me see if I can just... a little bit of cheating. And then this is kind of more like this. It's actually a lot darker than that. Yeah, actually, it's more like... Yeah, it's pretty much because the glass is so thick there. And then that. Yeah, that's closer. And then it's let's do that. Kind of more like that. And then this is pretty subtle. Maybe a little more. Okay, and then it's this, but slightly darker. Hey, Code Adventure. Thanks. Now there's a couple of other things we can do. But mostly it's going to be a pain in the ass to kind of like actually match the shadow back there. I don't even know what you call that. It's not a shadow. What is a shadow through glass? Right? Like what is this? It's not a shadow. A reflection? I'm sure there's some physics term for that. Yeah, it's actually kind of... Let's say, grab this. Yeah, it's kind of more like that. And then it's slightly darker, kind of through here. And then up here, so the chroma changes. That's normal. Yeah, see, it's like bright green in here. And then darker, right? Yeah, okay. So that means that has to be even darker. Is that right? Yeah, that is. Crazy. So then how dark is that? Oh, it's way darker. Interesting. So that's like this. Yeah. It was hard to register an account. Oh, you got learn C the learn code Python? Okay. It was a little hard to register an account. Interesting. Do you remember like what went wrong? I bet a couple of people say it, but they can't really. Oops, am I out of disk space already? Hold on. Nah, I got barely anything left. Hold on. Okay, see if I can save. Okay. Register button, client show. Weird. And do you have no, you wouldn't be able to use it at all if JavaScript was off. Okay, so let me try something real quick and then To think about if I want to do that or if I kind of replicate the look. See, it's a lot easier to just kind of come in here and done. With a palette knife, you just smash it and it's done. No, okay. Okay, cool. 10 minutes of painting. Awesome. And someone else wanted to do it, but I forgot yesterday or this morning. I think I'm just going to reject this other one too, and then complete. Nice.